news also coming is that Union Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu is also scheduled to visit the incident site. But Disha, tell us more on the on-ground situation right now. We do know that there were 242 passengers on board the London-bound flight which crashed near the Meghani Nagar airport, and the injured passengers, there's no clarity on 2 points. Number one, the extent of damage, and number two, the number of injured passengers who are now being taken to the hospital.
Well, certainly. Right now, there are two teams really working on the ground level. Firstly, there's a technical team that is really looking at the extent of the plane damage and also what really led to the accident crash. As well as the second team is the rescue operation team, which is also trying to assess the entire situation. They are trying to firstly find people who are really injured and rush them immediately to the civil hospital. So that is being done as we speak. And currently 3 more teams of fire brigade have rushed to the spot is what we understand, taking the total number of fire brigade teams to 10 as we speak. And more ambulances are also coming in to help the people on the ground level.
Right, Disha, the officials, they are yet to release a statement on the suspected cause of the crash. But what we do know is that there were 242 passengers on board the London-bound flight which has crashed, and the injured passengers are now being taken to the hospital. The Union Home Minister Amit Shah has spoken to the Gujarat Chief Minister and also the State Home Minister. Talk to us about the rescue operations which are currently underway and how the central government has also now extended a helping hand to the Gujarat state. Right, it seems like we've lost our correspondent Disha Shah, and for all who's tuning into WION World is One, that's the news. That's the news coming in that a plane, an Air India passenger plane has crashed near Ahmedabad airport. There were a total of 242 passengers on board the passenger plane. The cause of the incident is not known yet, but the injured, they are now being taken to nearby hospitals. There is, however, no clarity on how many passengers have been injured. The plane, after the plane crashed near the Ahmedabad airport, all the roads leading to the airport have now been sealed. However, there is no clarity on the extent of damage to the aircraft, which is yet to be confirmed. And reports also suggest that, this is according to reports, that the Gujarat ex-Chief Minister Vijay Rupani was also in flight, was also on board the London-bound Air India flight, which has crashed, and reports suggest that he is now injured. All right, and we're also joined by our special interpreter, Miss Rajni, on the show right now with us. And that's the news coming in that an Ahmedabad plane, that a London-bound plane has crashed near the Ahmedabad airport. A total of 242 passengers were on board. The incident is believed to occur when the flight was just taking off for London. And as you can see, heavy smoke is visible from the area where the crash took place. The crash took place near the Meghani Nagar area. The fire brigade has rushed to the spot and emergency response teams are there as well. Rescue operation is currently underway. However, there is no clarity on the extent of damage after the plane crashed. The injured passengers are now being taken to the hospital, but there's no clarity on how many passengers have been injured. The airport authorities have initiated an internal inquiry, and further updates are awaited from both Air India and DGCA. The plane crash occurred near Meghani Nagar area in Ahmedabad. That's near the Sardar Vallabhbhai International Airport. And what we are also learning at this point of time is that the plane took off at 1:38 p.m. IST and crashed near the airport just 5 minutes after the takeoff. This was an Air India London-bound passenger flight with 242 passengers on board. It crashed just 5 minutes after the takeoff. It was Air India flight 171 from Ahmedabad-Gatwick which has crashed. And as you can see, rescue operation is underway. The fire brigade has reached and rescue personnel are scrounging through the rubble, through the debris to rescue the passengers. A total of 242 passengers on board the Air India flight which crashed near the Ahmedabad airport near the Meghani Nagar area. After the crash, all roads leading to the airport that has also been shut. Right, and these are the visuals from the crash site after an Air India flight AI 171 from Ahmedabad Gatwick has crashed. The Boeing 787-8 passenger jet had 242 passengers on board, and as you can see, the fire brigade has reached the spot. They're trying to defuse the fire and they're scrounging through the rubble to rescue the passengers after the Air India flight crashed at the Meghani Nagar area. Reports also suggest that Gujarat ex-Chief Minister Vijay Rupani was in the flight, according to reports, and he is now injured. Right, and we have our correspondent Disha Shah here back with us on the show. Disha, what we're also learning right now is that the crash took place of the Air India flight took place just 5 minutes after takeoff. The plane took off at 1:38 p.m. and crashed near the airport just 5 minutes after takeoff. Tell us more.
Well, absolutely. The flight was scheduled to leave at about 1:35 p.m. is what we are being told, and the flight took off at 1:38 p.m. And immediately after taking off, 5 minutes later, the flight crashed near the residential area, which is just few meters away from the Ahmedabad airport. In fact, we've also received a visual where we can see that the flight has taken off, and right after it reached a residential area, it just crashed, and a thick smoke can be seen right in the air. And right after that, of course, the emergency teams were being informed and they rushed to the spot. Right now, there are more than 10 fire brigade teams that are at the site. They are conducting the rescue as well as the relief operation.